Hey guys, welcome back to another plan with me. This week I'm planning from April 3rd to the 9th, and I'm using this spring cleaning kit from Caress Press. Even though it's currently May 5th and I'm still very much in the spring cleaning mode, like it's a very slow process for me, especially this year. I just don't have a lot in me. I'll probably be done like midsummer, maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed. But this was definitely the week that really kicked it off because this was the week that my roommate and I started spraying our bug barrier, which we do every spring. It's seriously like, I don't know if it's the same for everybody else, but in this apartment specifically, the second it hits 70 degrees outside, we see a tiny little ant in the kitchen, and I see like a fly in my room. It's just, I don't know where they just appear out of the mist. I don't get it. I do know that we have very bad windows. They don't seal properly, and also our window screens have a million holes, and these windows are so tall I cannot reach everything. I have put tape over a lot of the ones in my bedroom, but yeah, it's bug barrier time. So that happened this week. A very important time of the year. And to be completely honest, we're not done. Spraying my room took so long because there's a lot of cleaning and organizing that happens at the same time. I will get to that. So we still have to do the living room, and I don't think we really ever do the bathroom. We never have any issues there with little gnats or anything like that, so I think that's fine. I might just do it anyway, but honestly, the main reason why we like spread it out besides being tired and lazy is even though we use pet safe products and it should be fine in theory, we are both incredibly paranoid. And so wherever we are spraying, we barricade the cats in a different area until everything is dried and aired out. So it's definitely an inconvenience, but my room is always my number one priority. This is my sanctuary, so it had to get done, even though it was the last thing I wanted to do. Other things this week, I don't know. Oh, just same old. I'm a broken record at this point. We all know this, but this week was very tricky for me as far as like balancing getting proper rest and sleep and having a social life. It was very difficult, and I'm assuming this is just going to be until I die. Like I'm just never going to feel rested or have enough energy to do everything, and I'm just going to have to push myself some weeks and then, skip out on things other weeks. It is what it is. As far as the kit goes, really quickly, I love these colors. I love this color scheme. It definitely reads more fall or Father's Day or like a stereotypical male birthday kit, but I love that Caress Press did, or whoever the artist used this color scheme for a spring cleaning kit. I think that's fun and different and like not pastel, which I'm into. I was also very lucky as far as like mixing in my own labels from my label stash. I was able to find almost exact color matches because this is not a full kit or a deluxe kit or whatever it's called, and Caress Press does not offer label add-ons. So you either have to get the whole kit or you can just, do what I did and hope that you have the right colors. So that all worked out really well, and I really like how this looks. And also, we've been having so many cloudy, gross, disgusting days. Like we had a week and a half of gorgeous weather, and then it's just been really cold and rainy. So these colors sort of go with that. Like as I'm doing this voiceover, it's May 5th, and it's like in the 50s and gross and like cloudy. So I don't know. I'm liking it a lot. As far as my sidebar goes, I did not have enough full boxes not to mark anything. So I did mark a couple things. The two things I decided to mark were that I just really needed sleep this week. And the other thing is that just relationships are tough. And these two go hand in hand. I've definitely mentioned this before, but my boyfriend is basically Peter Pan. He just has a very chill job that allows him to go to bed at 4 a.m. and wake up at like 11 noon some days, and he works for a couple hours a day, and then he's done. Our sleep schedules are so different. And also, like, he's pretty understanding about this, and he's sort of like learned as we've dated that like women, our hormones make us more tired. So like for him, he is able to get 5 hours of sleep and like suck it up every once in a while. I can't. I cry. You know what I mean? So that was just like a really big thing this week. Like he was getting on my nerves so much this week, and I was definitely getting on his nerves. But I mean, that's normal. It is what it is. But that was definitely like the vibe this week. Like we were just killing each other's vibes. That was basically the week. But yeah, other than that, business as usual. So I'm going to get into the day by day, starting with Monday. The first thing I marked with this stick with the plan co-clown was that my boss was not back. I thought... So she sent me a message on, I think, Friday saying that she was back in the office, which I thought meant she was back in Philadelphia, like in the office. So I woke up extra early on Monday to make sure that I didn't look like, just a rat. So I put makeup on this morning and everything. And then I got to the office. She was not in the office. So I got all like, I put in effort for no reason. I could have been sleeping. So I'm the clown this day. That's me. Then I got really excited because, long story short, I say that a lot. I say that too much. I got to stop. But long story short, I ordered these shoes that have been on my wish list on Amazon for like years, and they're Reeboks, and they were like $90. So I never pulled the trigger. And then one day, my size, randomly, the only size on sale, it was on sale for $40. So I bought them, and guess what? They were too small. And then the next size up was not on sale. So I don't know. Anyway, so this day I was able to exchange them, and it was an even exchange. So that was great. Spoiler alert, I decided not to keep them because they made my feet look huge. So it was like a bunch of effort for nothing. I don't have the shoes, but at least I know. You know what I mean? Like when you want something for years, you just got to try it. And it just didn't work. And I don't keep things that don't work. I am not that person. Like if something doesn't work for me, it's going back. I don't have the space, and it's a waste of money. So anyway, but this day I exchanged the shoes, and I was very excited. Then I read a little bit on my break. And then when I got back, I did a full body workout, and I walked to Chipotle and got buy one, get one free Chipotle for Joe and me. And then we watched Bachelor in Paradise. Moving on to Tuesday, the first thing I marked was that I rushed home because I needed to, get to work. And I was just not a happy camper because the apartment was a mess. When I got there, like it was just dirty, you know what I mean? And if I am gone for more than half a day, this apartment falls to bits. You need, especially in an old building with 2 cats, you need to sweep and vacuum pretty much daily. I do it multiple times a day sometimes, and like just wipe down surfaces. Sorry, a random alarm just went off on my phone. But what I was saying is, you just have to like wipe down surfaces constantly because their little grubby paws are getting all over everything because they're jumping on everything in the middle of the night. So yeah, if I'm not here, the apartment just... Anyway, so, and it's just not fun first thing in the morning, especially when you're not a morning person, to just come in and like not feel the best. I usually work in my bedroom on Tuesdays because my bedroom is always good. And that way, I don't know if you can hear Janet. Anyway, I can't work at my desk in the living room on Tuesdays. I don't feel clean enough. So yeah. Anyway, I worked, I did laundry, and then, my roommate and I walked to Aldi to get some groceries, and it was a beautiful day this day. It was 77 degrees. It was lovely. And then I started a new puzzle this evening. I cut some stickers on the silhouette, and then I read. Moving on to Wednesday. Oh, and also I'm sure you've noticed I no longer like mention where every single sticker is from, but if you want to know, I'm sure you all do know, but if you don't, just ask. I'll let you know. Anyway, moving on to Wednesday, the first thing I marked was that I slept in 10 minutes. I've been doing this a lot. I am just not able to wake up to start work at 8 on the dot. I just can't get up. So, yeah, like I said, I stay up late. It's not working for me. So then I started work 10 minutes later than I would have liked. I also marked that I just like almost started crying this day. I don't know. I can't remember if it was like a hormonal thing or not, or just that my life is in turmoil. It's really not. I'm just a very anxious person. So if just one thing is not going right, nothing's going right in my opinion. I changed the air filter in our heating and cooling system. I ran the dishwasher, and then I decided to do my first run in forever. And I use the term run very loosely. I do Couch to 5K. When I gave up last year, I made it to week 6, day whatever. I'm back down to week 3. So we started at week 3 this day. Then I did some planning and watched the movie Train to Busan. It's, I don't remember what country this movie's from, but it's a zombie movie and it's very good. Very much enjoyed it. It's been on my list for a million years and I just have been putting off watching it for no reason. And it's on Tubi right now for free if you're interested, but it's only the dubbed version, which is kind of lame. So if you want the subbed version, you're going to have to find it elsewhere. Moving on to Thursday, the first thing I marked was that I worked, and I didn't actually write it out. I just used this flat lay. I think it's self-explanatory, and I just really wanted to use it because I felt like it matched so well. Agree to disagree, but in my opinion, it matches. I marked that I mopped the floors. Then my roommate and I decided to go walk to the museum because it was just another beautiful day. So we got a decent walk in, and then when we got back, we purchased all of our tickets for Beetlejuice, the musical. It's leaving Broadway and it's traveling around the country, and it is coming to, or it's already in Philadelphia. So we bought tickets, and her entire family decided that they wanted to come. Originally, it was actually just, I was going to get tickets for myself and Joe. And then I was like, I have to invite Megan. So I invited her, and then she invited her entire family. So I bought 13 tickets. 13 tickets, and I just realized I need to get money from everybody soon. So yeah, did that. That was a little insane. Put thousands of dollars on my credit card, but it's fine. I know everybody's going to pay me back. It's still just stressful to look at, anyway, you get it. Then I worked on my Mini, and I spent 2 hours building a miniature chair and upholstering it. It was an ordeal, but I did it. It looks like crap, but I had a good time, so it was worth it. Then I watched Sister Wives and just sorted some puzzle pieces. I'm actually working on a puzzle that I hate. It's my least favorite kind of puzzle. It's just a big picture, and all of the pieces are either gray, muted brown, or black, basically. And it's just not a fun puzzle to look at or do, and all of the pieces are the same shape. So, but I'm doing it, and I'm still having fun. When I say I don't enjoy a puzzle, I enjoy puzzling. So I'm still having a good time, but part of me is this is a waste of my time. I could be doing a better puzzle, but I'm going to do it. It was a gift, and it was a thoughtful gift because I do like puzzles and I love cats and I love Halloween. It's a Halloween cat puzzle, but it's not fun. It's not fun. Moving on to Friday, the first thing I marked was that it was my 6-hour day, and then I began spring cleaning. So, as you already know, I had to spray bug barrier, but that involves so much cleaning. This is a very big process. First, I have to clear off I have huge windowsills. They're all bay windows, and I have 3 of them in my bedroom. And so I have to clean off all of the bays because I sort of use a little bit of storage. Or I use them as storage for a few things because I don't have storage in this apartment. So I have to clear off all of that stuff. And in the process, I organize everything. I vacuum all the cat hair. I wipe down the surfaces. Then I have to open the windows and clean out the window sills because I live in a very busy street in a dirty city. And the amount of filth and dirt and grime that builds up in these windows is insane. So all of that takes a very long time. And not to mention, I have white curtains that I have to keep out of the way because I've had this happen before where if everything isn't cleaned perfectly and I spray the bug barrier, there's a little bit of splashing and then black dots end up on my white curtains. So it's just not fun. And then after all of that, I don't feel clean sleeping in my bed. So I strip my sheets, do a load, and remake my bed. So yeah, the whole thing, it's a day's event. You would think that spraying bug barrier would take 10 minutes. No. 10 hours. How about that? Not really, but you know what I mean? So I marked that I changed my sheets. Then we were going out this day and I was in a mood. So I had to fix my mood. So I, like, when I was in college, I used to love going out. I used to love getting ready, didn't we all? And I would just like put on music. My best friend and I would have like a drink and sing along, and we'd do our makeup and hair together, and it was so much fun. We don't do that anymore. So in order to give myself a little bit of that feeling, I did put on some music and had myself a little party in my bedroom. And it did brighten my spirits until my sweet, sweet boyfriend called me and said that we might go to our friend's house either before or after pop punk night. And that ruined my mood because I was already so tired and pushing myself to go to pop punk night. The thought of then having to get ready even sooner to go meet someone at their house or stay out later to go to their house. I am not 25 anymore. I cannot do that. So yeah, that killed my mood. But once I hung up with him, and he was understanding, I told him, I was like, I definitely can't meet before. Like, I can't handle that. I just need to be in my apartment until we leave. And he had no problem with it. So it was fine, but it was a buzzkill. But I got it back. It was all good. And we ended up having a really fun time. I was a little upset because, not upset, that's not even the right word. I wasn't upset. A little disappointed because I was really looking forward to hanging out with my roommate because she is my best friend, but she ended up inviting a guy, which, like, totally fine. And she ended up hanging out with him the whole time. So it was just me, Joe, and our friend Erin, but the three of us had so much fun. We sang to every single song and jumped around. It was a great time. But I was very tired, let me tell you. And we pretty much stayed till the last song, I think. Also, this place that we go to has never been more packed, ever. Walking to the bathroom, you felt like you were going into a sauna. There were so many bodies. So we ended up finding a nice place right by the front door, which provided a breeze. So that was good. None of us felt like sweating. And then the last thing on Friday I marked was just like, please don't make me hang out. I just need to sleep. Like, we got back at like 2:30, or actually, yeah, like 2:30. And I just really needed to sleep. I didn't get to bed until 4 a.m., of course. So this is sort of what I was talking about before, where like, I just really can't hang. I can't do it. I just need to go to bed. Moving on to Saturday, the first thing I marked was that I had a headache in the morning, and yeah, I'm just old, and so when I drink a little bit, it's not great, especially when you only sleep for 6 hours. I did not want to sleep the entire day away, so I forced myself up at 10 a.m. I just really wanted to have a little bit of a morning. So yeah, I only slept for 6 hours. And then I did a voiceover, got ready because we had plans again this night. And then Joe and I went to his friend's house for one of their birthdays. Their sisters, and one of them was having a birthday. So we all went, and we decided to get Red Robin, which I love, so no complaints there. And then I marked that one of his friends, she drove us from their house to the Red Robin, and her car battery died, and we were like freaking out, but it ended up being, we managed to get the car started, so it wasn't totally dead, but it was a little dramatic. Yeah, then we had Red Robin, I had a veggie burger, and then it was very nice of them. They all offered to go to Walmart with me so that I could pick up like cat food and toilet paper and stuff. So that was great because I needed to get that like badly. And then the last thing I marked was that I got so car sick. The second we got back to Joe's place, I like jumped on his couch and slept for like 3 hours because I just felt so sick, and we didn't get back until like probably 11. So yeah, I ended up I think I woke up around like 1:30 in the morning, and then I wanted to go to bed, but he really wanted to watch an episode of something, so that's fine. Again, went to bed at like 4 a.m. Moving on to Sunday, I did sleep in this day, but I really don't like sleeping in on Sundays. It makes me sad because it's my last day of freedom, and that shortens the day. So this is also what I was talking about, where like, yeah, I can sleep in the next day, technically, but it ruins my day. So I'd really rather not. And then I tried to read, but I just like couldn't. I was just too angry just at like my life. So I couldn't read. And then I just marked that it was another awful waste of a Sunday. I looked at my phone a little bit. I stared at the floor a little bit for like hours, and yeah, I was just like not happy. So then we tried watching Bachelor in Paradise, and then we got into an argument. It wasn't really an argument. It was more like Joe giving a monologue. Just we agree, or I'm sorry, we don't agree. We disagree about some of the things on that show. So we got into an argument about Bachelor in Paradise. But silver lining, we managed to salvage some of the Sunday after we went to our separate corners. And I got my shit together. He offered to go on a walk with me because it was just like a beautiful day. So we went on a 3-mile walk along the Schuylkill, which is just the river that is beyond the art museum. You just keep walking. It's just very pretty. Even though the river's repulsive, it's a very pretty walk. So that really like turned the day around. It was very good. And then when we got back, I was like, you know what? I have a little puzzle here that I can do. Let me do it. Like, let me just do something I like instead of just staring at the floor on Sunday. So I did a 300-piece puzzle. And then we watched the movie Splinter, which is an early 2000s horror movie, which I had never heard of until recently. And that's like my favorite time in history for horror. And I loved it. If you like early 2000s movies, this is surprisingly good. The acting is decent. The gore is really cool. I very much recommend it. This is like one of the most pleasantly surprising movies I've watched in a while, if you like horror and gore. Otherwise, definitely skip. And then the last thing I marked on Sunday was that I had a stress dream. I've been having a lot of stress dreams, and they're very scary. They're like violence against women, and I'm the woman. It's like, it hasn't been fun. But yeah, anyway, that's everything for this week. Just to recap, it really wasn't that bad, but there were a lot of moments where I was just like not feeling it. And I don't know how, but I really start needing to turn that like frown upside down. It's okay to wallow every once in a while, but yeah, like a good example was Sunday. Terrible morning, saved it in the end. And I need to do that because I have this mindset where like if I sleep in too late, my day is ruined. If one bad thing happens, my day is ruined, and that's no way to live. So I don't know. That's the goal. We're working on it. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, especially if you stay till the end. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.